Hi, my name is Eric Siepen, and I'm lead pastor here at the Village. And I have a few announcements to make for June that I think you'll find important. First of all, on June 5th, we have what we call F Cubed. F Cubed is First Friday Fast, and we'll be doing this for the summer and maybe even into the fall. And what we're asking is the community to just take some time to fast and to pray and to consider the outside community and what God is calling them to do here in the community of the Village. This particular Friday, we've asked you to think about three things. First, as you're fasting, we would like you to take some time to step outside of your life instead of furiously working to make things better in your life. Just simply take a step out and examine the structures that you've put in place to accomplish things in your life, and to really begin to pray about those and ask God what the goals and intentions He has for you, and then how are you going to build structures? What are the next steps for you to take to actually accomplish those goals? Second, we've asked you to really spend some time during this fast to meditate on how are you participating in the Village itself. Where are the areas that you're volunteering? Are you offering what God has called you to offer to the community? To really ask God, am I working on my family structure? If I'm a parent, am I really teaching my children? Am I really building a family that's hospitable? What is the mission of my family? If you're single, to really begin to think, what families am I connected to, and how do I shore them up, and how do I participate in them? And second, we've asked you to think about, how are you hospitable? How are you welcoming to people, to your neighbors, to new people in the community, and to the members of the Village? And last, we've asked you to think and pray for the peace and prosperity of our city, to spend some time watching the local news and reading the local newspapers, and begin to pray that God's healing power would come in and on people in Tucson, Arizona, and that He would transform this city for the betterment of His name. Also, what we are going to do is at 5:30, the Village building will be open, and Steve and Hannah Yakeley will be leading us in a time of prayer. That time will probably last up to 7 o'clock, 7:30. There'll be communion available for you to take during the times of meditation. But it'll just be a good time to come together and pray for the different things that we've asked you to pray for. Dinners for Six is a time basically where 6 to 8 people get together and eat dinner. It's a time where if you're new in our community, you can get to know people in a bit of an intimate setting, and yet not too threatening. On the 21st, which is a Sunday at 8 a.m., a bunch of people meet here at the church and drive up the mountain and have mountain solitude. Basically, you go up a mountain and spend a couple hours alone with Jesus. If you really need some time to get away, this is a really good opportunity to do that. And also then on June 29th, I believe, the last Wednesday of the month, we have what we call Village Theology. And Village Theology is basically a time for you, if you're brand new, to find out really what the Village thinks about certain things and why we practice certain aspects of the Christian faith and why we emphasize them. This month, we're going to be covering hospitality, and Keith is going to be teaching that, and they're going to have a meal together at the Seneca House, which is at 5701 East Seneca, at 7 o'clock. So if you want to be part of that, you need to sign up. You need to make sure that Keith and Julie know you're coming, so please check that off on the little handout you get on Sunday, or give Keith and Julie a call at their house. Just a couple other things before I end here this video. Please check out the website. The website, it's got my sermons on it. The website has music. The website has great blogs from different people in the community, and you can get to know what's really going on at the Village. As we've been talking about Nehemiah, last week I talked about how Nehemiah went around the walls and investigated the strengths and weaknesses so that he could put together a good plan for building those walls. And I want to say, a year ago, our leaders did that. We got together, we brainstormed for an entire 3 hours the strengths and weaknesses of the Village, and then we came back later and began planning groups and different events to strengthen or shore up the weaknesses and to really push forward the strengths. And that's where we got different women's groups, the married group, pilgrim groups, and Village Theology, and Mountain Solitude, and Dinners for Six. All of that came out of us wanting to shore up the walls of our community and to build a healthy community that can offer Jesus to the world around it.